What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. I'm not going to talk too much about the gameplay, but I did want to point it out a little bit. This was a fairly epic comeback for our team. We were down 3-0 and managed to pull it out in the end. I was really proud of our achievement. I had a blast playing it. I love Trials of Osiris, and this is the reason why, because it's so tense, it's so exciting. I really had a blast in this game, so I wanted to show it to you guys. But what I actually want to talk about today is a little bit something different, because last night we recorded a special edition of the Planet Destiny podcast, and kind of after the podcast was done, you know, we were hanging out still, chatting a little bit, waiting for our files to all upload so they could be mixed together and made into one cohesive podcast. And we started talking about how some players don't really play the PVE anymore, and some players don't really play the PvP anymore. And you know, I'm not going to go into the reasons for both of these. There's sound reasons to kind of eliminate either one of those games from your repertoire. You know, either you're getting bored of Prison of Elders and the raids, or you're getting bored with the metagame inside the Crucible with the Last Word and Thorn being the only guns anybody ever uses. Whatever, we're not going to go into that. Right now, what I want to talk about is that you? Because it's not me. I was kind of surprised to hear it. You know, I can be honest with you, I get sick of the metagame in the Crucible fairly often, and my jaunts into the Crucible seem to get fewer and far between, kind of as this Thorn metagame continues to be here. But I'm excited for update 2.0 because I know that is going away. Like, someday the Thorn is not going to be the most popular weapon in the Crucible, and I'm really excited about that because I think that the Destiny PvP experience is really actually first class. The actual shooting of weapons, the movement of characters, the use of supers, the use of grenades, the strategy inside the Crucible, and especially inside Trials of Osiris, is really high level stuff, and the gameplay itself is very, very satisfying. I think it's some of the best gameplay we've ever seen from a first person shooter, just because you know, everything just works like you think it should. It just feels right. The weapons just feel cool. And that's why I like it, right? That's also why I like the PvE. Both of those aspects really kind of come together because of the awesome gameplay that Destiny has developed. So when somebody tells me, you know, I'm not really into the PvE, I don't really like it, I only like the PvP, I guess that's cool, man. You know, because you're allowed to like whatever you want and not like whatever else you want. But it surprised me a little bit that some people are just solely focused on the PvP or solely focused on the PvE, because I think both really contribute to make this game what it is. You know, it's the combination of two. I don't think I've ever had a game where I've enjoyed both aspects of PvE and PvP equally before. Call of Duty definitely wasn't that. I played PvP exclusively in Call of Duty. In fact, there were years where I never actually played the single player game of a Call of Duty at all. I never actually went through the story mode. And then there's other games, let's say Uncharted, where I never went into the PvP. I came to the Uncharted series solely for the PvE aspect, for the story mode, for this grand exploration of these tombs and, you know, this story of Nathan Drake. I absolutely love the PvE aspect of Uncharted, and the PvP really never appealed to me whatsoever. But this game is different for me. You know, really, I enjoy both. I've gotten sick of both on occasion, right? Toward the end, right before House of Wolves was coming out, I was really pretty done with Crota's End raid, right? I just didn't want to do it anymore. It had become too much of a grind. But now that's really changed for me. Now that we're level 34, that hard mode raid isn't as taxing as it once was. So I actually get back into it. I enjoy Crota's End again. And I still enjoy playing the raids, especially when I'm streaming, right? When I'm streaming with players who have never gone through it, I get a real thrill out of bringing players through who have never ever done the raids before, and watching their reactions when they get that Vex Mythoclast, when they get that Fatebringer, when they get those awesome raid weapons. That's super exciting for me. But I also like the PvP aspect. You know, Trials of Osiris it's not something I've ever experienced in a PvP game before, and I've played a lot. I used to play Halo back in the day. I played a ton of Call of Duty. I've never had an experience that feels quite like Trials of Osiris. It feels like I'm in a competitive game mode, right? It feels like I'm in like an MLG setup, right? That's how intense it feels, and how my two teammates are completely relying on me to perform so that they can go to the lighthouse and get their rewards, their well-earned rewards. It's something that is completely different for me, and I gotta say, I really love it. So it was surprising to me, you know, last night, talking about, you know, the differences between PVE and PvP, and how some players don't really like one or the other and are only interested in Destiny for the one, because to me, the two really go hand in hand, finding a weapon in PvE and then bringing it into PvP to see how it performs. Same goes for PvE, finding a weapon in PvP, you know, getting that drop in the end of a match, or getting that, you know, solar jewel of Osiris from the lighthouse. You know, that's super exciting to then bring into the PvE experience. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys solely PvP focused at this point? Are you solely PvE focused? Or do you kind of waver between the two depending on your fits and moods? I'm really interested to know. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.